finally, folks, our canvas of Saquon Barkley, folks, it's finally coming relevant again because Saquon Barkley is back, baby. This is what we've been waiting for. We've been going through this entire offseason with no timetable of Saquon Barkley being back, and we don't even know if this man is even going to play week 1. But today, he has been officially taken off the PUP list, physically unable to perform list. So, hey, he can be practicing whenever he's feeling ready. Now, unfortunately, they are still going to take it very, very slow here with Saquon Barkley. It's not like he's going right into practice. It's probably not like he's going to play any preseason games either. And so this is a small step, but it is a much-needed small step to get this man ready to go week 1 because we need to see this man back in action, folks. We did not put this man on a canvas for no reason. We do not love this man's beefy, athletic leg for no reason, folks. We want to see this man out there on the field. But this is a slight small step 1. So we're going to go into this article right here, and this time we're kind of breaking out of our comfort zone of articles. We're going to look at a New York Post article written by, I believe, Paul Schwartz to see what he's saying about Saquon Barkley and their approach and how quickly he can potentially get up to full speed in practice, and is he going to play in any preseason games at all? So we had a choice to look at an NFL.com article, but that's all. We always look at the NFL.com articles. Let's go out of our kind of usual spot and see what other kind of magazines and it's not newspapers and online articles are saying about Saquon Barkley. So let's just jump right into this article and see if this man's got some any better information for us. Paul Schwartz, what are his credentials? Obviously, he works for the New York Post. I've been the Post's Giants beat writer since 1994, so absolutely fantastic. Hopefully he's got some good information here on what they plan on having Saquon Barkley do as he initially begins kind of the training camp practice process here. It's starting today, folks, so here we go. The time has arrived. The wait is over. Saquon Barkley makes his long-awaited, truly long, extra long-awaited return this week, joining his teammates on the field for the first time since the devastating knee injury that ended his 2020 season after 2 games. This is what the Giants want and need to happen now rather than later, as hopes remain that he is able to suit up and play in the season opener against the Broncos. So once again, I mean, we don't have the timetable. We're assuming he's going to play week 1, but just by all the kind of the videos and everything that we've been seeing, but what we've been hearing from him and the training staff and Joe Judge, the head coach, it's like they don't even know. They don't even know. I mean, Joe Burrow had his entire leg broken, and freaking he's back already practicing. So we are a little skeptical on Saquon Barkley, a little worried about Saquon Barkley, but like we said, this is the first step, so let's continue on here in the article. That September 12th game is still 5 weeks away, and Barkley and the Giants will use that time to determine how far his right knee has come and how much further it has to go before he is ready to carry the football and get hit and tackled in live action. Barkley finally will be activated off the physically unable to perform list, a source told the Post, as the Giants ramp up practice this week in advance of Saturday night's preseason opener against the Jets. Barkley will not play in that game, of course, and is not expected to play in the next 2 preseason games either. So once again, yes, this is a good step, but it's such a small step. I don't even want to get excited over this because we're still not going to see this man in action, and it's still like, yeah, he's off the PUP list, but it's like he's still going to be like physically unable to perform out there. So, I guess we have to celebrate it a little bit. This is the best news of Saquon Barkley we've gotten all off season, so I guess, but jeez, I wish this was, Saquon Barkley coming back, hitting the holes, ready to go, week 1, right now, running in between tackles, embracing the contact, making the first hit. Actively not hitting the wide open holes just to get that contact back. That's what I want to hear. But that's not what we're hearing. Unfortunate. Let's keep going here. The Giants will not rush their star running back in any way, shape, or form. acclimating him into individual drills until he shows he can handle more of a workload. The goal is to make sure Barkley, 24, does not experience any setbacks and that his progress unhurried remains steady. And yes, we don't want to see this man get injured, so they are taking the right approach. It's just frustrating. We got a canvas of this man. We don't see Derrick Henry not practicing, we see Najee Harris practicing. We're seeing all these other great running backs that we love practicing, who makes us love them even more and just kind of fully puts us into that football mood and football spirit. But we don't get that with Saquon Barkley. Unfortunate. Truly. All right, what else we got? We got some quotes here. We're almost done with the article. Got about 3 paragraphs left, and some of these are quotes. So here we go. Who's saying this quote? This is Joe Judge. So here we go. Quote by Joe Judge. Quote, "We're going to have conversations on a daily basis about his rehab and conversations on a weekly basis at times on where we think he is coming up. In terms of the timetable, I'm not a doctor. I let the medical team tell me a guy is good to go and put him on the field. I know he's good to go." So that's what we're saying. Why is nobody even saying a timetable? Yes, Joe Judge is saying he's not a doctor, but you have doctors. There's team doctors that you can talk to that should be talking. You're the head coach. You should be talking to these doctors every single day. So you should know the timetable. Joe Judge, we're not asking you to come up with the timetable. We're asking you to relay the information that the doctors told you about his timetable. So what is the timetable? We just want a timetable, because if there's no timetable, if nobody's actively saying a timetable, that's a real bad red flag. Because, if the timetable's like 4 months, you're not going to tell anybody, oh, it's 4 months. You're going to be like, yeah, we got no timetable. If the timetable's 4 months, you do not say there is a timetable. Because you don't want everybody to freak out like me doing right now, freaking out that Saquon Barkley may not play this year. How crazy. Ugh, I just want the timetable. Tell me the timetable and I'll leave y'all alone. I just want to know the timetable so I got a date. Damn. Let's keep going here. Another quote, this time, I believe, by Joe Judge still. So here we go. Quote, "In terms of a player like Saquon in a timetable coming back, he's making daily progress. I know it sounds like a broken record, and it does. We've been reading every single quote by Joe Judge and Saquon Barkley and the medical staff, and they're all saying the same thing. Ugh. I know it sounds like a broken record, but that's important for us to see coming off an injury like this. You want to make sure that it's not pushed forward and take a step back." I agree, Joe Judge. I'm not disagreeing. I just want the timetable. That's it. Just tell me. I won't even tell everybody else. I won't put it out there on the show. Joe Judge, I'm going to call you after the show and just tell me the timetable. Tell me. I won't tell all the other people watching. I'll leave it between us, okay? I just need to know, please. All right, let's finish up the article here. Here we go. Barkley worked on a side field in the first 2 weeks of training camp, running and cutting and at times simulating what the other running backs were doing in practice, all under the supervision of a training and medical staff. Barkley went down early in the second quarter. Okay, we already know that. We get it. We don't need to be reminded. I mean, whenever we read an article, that's all the fluff that they put in there because there's no actual substance on what they're saying about Saquon Barkley and his timetable to return. It's all like, all right, yeah, there's no timetable. And then Saquon Barkley got injured last week. Week 2, September 20th against blah, 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 second game of the season, and he blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we get it. We know. We don't need to keep reminding us. We get it. All right, so that's where we are at with Saquon Barkley, folks. Once again, no real information, but he is finally taken off the PUP list. Like we said, the first baby initial step needed to get this man ready to rock out there in the starting lineup. Week 1, preseason game, whatever it turns out to be. So, not bad. Not great. Could be worse. Could be a whole lot of a heck better. But this is all we get. Saquon Barkley off the PUP list, and the leg is very, very close. The Saquads are very, very close to reemerging and running all over the NFL defense. You love to see it. Hoping for a speedy timetable. I want to hear tomorrow.